in the attic? Bearable. But being their maid? A total nightmare. I couldn't even go for a walk because the house was locked up tighter than Azkaban. That was my breaking point. So I confronted Uncle Neil as soon as he walked through the door. Do I look like Rapunzel? Why am I locked in? He shrugged like it was no big deal.
You're not going to school, so why leave? It's pointless.
Wait, you're serious about not sending me back?
Absolutely. Why waste money when you're just gonna end up doing chores anyway? Think of this as a crash course in adulting.
I wanted to explode. Okay, so here's the deal. Most girls my age, totally into makeup tutorials and sighing over cute boys. Me, my idea of a good time is different. I love scaling cliffs, tackling whitewater rapids, or jumping off waterfalls. Sports? You name it, I've played it. Hockey, football, tennis, and my favorite, kickboxing. I'm all about the thrill. If it's bold, I'm sold. Oh, and did I mention my grades are killer too? With a librarian mom and a teacher dad, crushing school was practically in my DNA. And we lived in a cute little home. Perfect? Sure, until the rug was pulled out from under me. You see, I didn't have siblings, but whenever Mom's brother, Uncle Neil, rolled into town with my cousins Blake and Chase, life got way more exciting. We always went up for the wildest challenges. Let's see who could race down this hill the fastest. Bet you can't climb that tree higher than me.
Who thinks they can walk on their hands longer than a giraffe in heels furthest?
And when I was 13, things got super crazy. This one time, Uncle Neil had the brilliant idea to take us to a petting zoo. You'd think this was going to be a cute day with bunnies and ponies, right? Nope. Blake had other plans.
Harmony, I have the ultimate challenge. Let's race alpacas. And you'll strap carrots to your heads. First across the finish line, if you survive, wins.
Was it stupid? Yes. Was it dangerous? Probably. Did I join in anyway? Absolutely. Blake and I lined up, carrots dangling like bait on our heads, chased by the gate waiting for Blake's signal.
On your mark, get set, release the alpacas!
The gate swung open and chaos erupted. Turns out alpacas don't just politely follow carrots. Nope, they do what alpacas do best, wreak havoc. Blake's alpaca went full linebacker, body slamming a goat so hard the poor thing somersaulted. My alpaca? It chased a kid holding cotton candy across the zoo like it was playing tag. Ah! Meanwhile, the other alpaca stormed into the snack stand, scattering popcorn and slushies in every direction, sending parents and children scrambling in every direction. The chaos was so out of control, I couldn't help but laugh. Half in disbelief, half in sheer panic. Long story short, the zoo owners got everything under control and then kicked us. Oh, and their parting gift? A photo of us on the wall. Banned for life, keep these maniacs out. That afternoon when we pulled into the driveway, I turned to Uncle Neil. Uncle Neil, are you gonna tell my parents about today? Please don't. Pretty please.
Okay, I won't.
I threw my arms around him, and as promised, Uncle Neil, the king of super cool uncles, actually didn't tell my parents. Wow, my life was amazing. Until it hit me a curveball at 16. Mom and Dad had to attend a teacher's convention, and I stayed home alone for the very first time. And it was super fun. I was living the dream, staying up as late as I wanted, binge-watching Confession Diary videos on repeat, and living off pizza every night. I was really living la vida loca. Until 3 days later when Uncle Neil, Blake, and Chase barged in totally unannounced. Hey, guys, Mom and Dad aren't home. But Uncle Neil looked super panicked, and I immediately felt a chill crawl up my spine. Uncle Neil, is something wrong?
It's your parents.
I barely registered what he said next. Something about engine failed and no survivors. It felt like the air had been ripped out of my lungs. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't even breathe or speak. My world flipped in an instant.
Don't worry, Harmony. I'll take care of you.
He hugged me, and I felt a bit better. At least I'm not totally alone. But let me tell you, nothing was what I expected. The next day, I moved to Uncle Neil's mansion, a gorgeous sprawling house with tennis courts, an outdoor pool, and a basketball court. A perfect dream house. I thought I was about to be treated like royalty, but to my utter shock, when I asked for a tour, Blake and Chase just walked off, totally ignoring me. And what Uncle Neil did next left me in total disbelief. The sweetest uncle dragged my suitcases to the attic. Yes, the attic. The place where dust bunnies hold secret parties and spiders have more rights than I do.
This is your room.
He tossed my things onto the creaky floorboards. In the middle of the old boxes and broken furniture was a dingy-looking mattress. What? Are you crazy? But nope. The look on his face? Absolutely serious. I'm not sleeping here.
You'll do as I say or you can get out of my house.
What? Was this really Uncle Neil, or had something completely taken over him? But I had no other choice. I had no family or money. So I spent all night trying to clean that hellhole, and just as I thought I might actually survive it, Uncle Neil waltzed in at 5:30 a.m.
Time to wake up. Get going on your chores.
My chores? I blinked, still in a daze.
Do you think you're gonna live here for free? You've got a full-time job now. You'll be handling all the chores, starting with breakfast. Come on, quick.
But my school!
Forget school and focus on work if you want to stay here. Nothing comes for free.
And with that, he turned and left. I stood there frozen, jaw still somewhere on the floor. Yup, your girl Harmony got turned into a maid. And just when I thought Chase and Blake would stand up to Uncle Neil and help me, they sided with him as well and left me stuck doing the most annoying things.
Carve my ice cube into Batman. Hop on one foot and sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star while you clean my room. Hey, I only want 50 strands of spaghetti for dinner.
I couldn't just let them boss me around, so I decided to turn the tables and pull a few pranks of my own. One time, I totally burnt Chase's favorite shirt. Another time, I scratched Uncle Neil's brand new Lamborghini. And for Blake, I sprinkled itching powder in his shirts. Watching him frantically running around was hilarious. Totally worth it. Sleeping in the attic? Bearable. But being their maid? A total nightmare. I couldn't even go for a walk because the house was locked up tighter than Azkaban. That was my breaking point. So I confronted Uncle Neil as soon as he walked through the door. Do I look like Rapunzel? Why am I locked in? He shrugged like it was no big deal.
You're not going to school, so why leave? It's pointless.
Wait, you're serious about not sending me back?
Absolutely. Why waste money when you're just gonna end up doing chores anyway? Think of this as a crash course in adulting.
I wanted to explode. My fists clenched. How could he be so casual about ruining my life? Before I could respond, he added,
Now if you'll excuse me, I've got a date to get ready for.
What a moron! I bolted up the stairs. The second I got to my room, I threw myself on the bed, burying my face in the pillow to muffle the sobs. I miss my parents so much. No matter how much I tried to stay strong, moments like this made it impossible to pretend I wasn't broken inside. That night, I couldn't sleep, so I went to the kitchen to get a glass of milk when I heard Uncle Neil and his date arrive. I peeked out from the kitchen as he walked in with a discount Cruella de Vil wearing a fur coat and draped in a real cat like it was a designer scarf. Oh, darling, Mr. Mittens is so unfulfilled. He needs a diamond-studded collar to align his aura, don't you think? I expected Uncle Neil to kick her to the curb, but to my surprise, he pulled out his phone and tapped a few buttons.
I just bought Mr. Mittens an entire luxury pet collection, darling.
What? He can't even pay for my school, but he's buying diamonds for a frickin' cat? I swear I could feel steam coming out of my ears. He was so gonna regret this. I waited for my moment, and when she went to the washroom, I took out her lipstick, rubbed pepper all over it, and put it right back. 10 minutes later, she applied it and began to scream. Ah! My lips are on fire! God! She grabbed her drink and chugged it. Big mistake. The lizard I dropped in got stuck between her lips and instantly spat it out in panic. The poor thing landed in her dress and she began to dance like she was in a kung fu showdown with invisible ninjas, arms chopping, legs kicking. She didn't even say goodbye. She just bolted out of the house and we never saw her again. After all that drama and a whole month of being stuck inside, I had to clear my head before I strangled someone. When Uncle Neil fell asleep, I threw on a black sweatsuit, tiptoed into his room, and took his key. The moment I stepped outside, it was like magic. And for the first time since, well, everything, I felt like me. After about an hour of jogging, I turned to head back when something caught my eye. In an alley were 3 guys huddled over someone. And when I looked closely, my heart shot into my throat. Oh my God, Chase! As much as I wanted to walk away, I couldn't let Chase get his butt kicked. So I grabbed the nearest trash can and dumped it on one of the guys' head. Chase took on one guy while I squared up with the other. A swift kick to the gut followed by a spin move, then a blow to his leg, and down he went like a sack of potatoes. Chase's guy crumbled 2 seconds later. I barely had time to catch my breath before police sirens blared in the distance.
Run!
We took off, my heart pounding louder than the sirens. A few blocks away, we finally skidded to a stop. Both of us doubled over, gasping for air.
Thanks for the help, bro.
He reached out his hand, but as I pulled back my hoodie, he quickly jerked his hand away, looking super shocked.
Harmony? What the heck are you doing out of the house?
Oh, I don't know. Taking a midnight jog, saving your sorry butt, normal stuff.
Thanks.
You're welcome. As we walked home, the silence stretched between us, but I couldn't keep it in any longer. Chase, I just don't get it. We used to be close. What happened all of a sudden? Everything changed.
Dad had a rough time, especially with women. He thinks they're no good and they should stay at home and cater to their husbands, and when he won the lotto, he changed completely. He told Blake and me straight up, if we were nice to you, he'd pack us off to go to some boarding school in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, wow. So Uncle Neil was treating me like trash just because he's messed up and I'm a girl? Ugh, I tried to play it cool, but deep down, it hurt. I miss the cool uncle, the one who snuck me cookies after bedtime and braved the amusement rides that made him sick. I needed him back. I mean, I don't agree with your choice, but I get it. When we got home, Chase walked me to my room.
I'm really sorry about how we've treated you, and about Uncle Dave and Aunt Anna.
He pulled me into a hug, and for the first time in a long time, I felt a tiny spark of comfort. When he pulled away, he gave me a small smile and walked away. The next morning, I found a key on my dresser, courtesy of Chase. After that incident, Chase started acting way nicer when Uncle Neil wasn't around. I'd got to clean his room, and it was already cleaned. Sometimes the laundry was done, and the kitchen, sparkling. But Blake, same old jerk. Nothing had changed there. One day when no one was home, I decided to get out and explore, and that was when I stumbled upon the coolest place, a kickboxing gym. Wow, I haven't been to a kickboxing gym in ages. I can't wait to get back in my zone. As soon as I walked in, one of the guys in the ring yelled at me.
Hey, girlie! Did you miss your way to the spa?
Normally, I would have let it slide, but after the adrenaline rush last night, I was ready for more. Is your nose a GPS? It always seems to be pointing in the wrong direction. I batted my lashes sweetly, and the guys around him hollered.
Hey, why don't you come into the ring and talk that trash?
Oh, honey, there's already enough trash in the ring if you ask me. Foaming at the mouth, the guy stormed out of the ring and lunged at me. I sidestepped him and kicked him right in the back of his neck, and he hit the floor hard. The whole gym went silent. That poor guy was so embarrassed he ran out of the gym crying like a baby. Honestly, I kind of loved it. That's when a cute guy walked up to me. Flirtatious smile, tousled hair, and oh, so handsome. I could already feel my heart doing somersaults in my chest.
You were amazing.
And his voice, as smooth as butter. I flashed a smile. Oh, thank you.
The name's Gage.
I'm Harmony.
Pretty name for a pretty girl.
My cheeks glowed redder than a fire truck. So, do you know any good sparring buddies?
You're looking at him, dollface.
Wow. And just like that, we started sparring. Gage told me it was just him and his dad at home, and I couldn't help but spill my life story about my parents and the mess with Uncle Neil and the boys. It was super easy to talk to him, like I could just be myself without any judgment. I enjoyed it. About an hour later, we took a break, and that's when he hit me with the biggest news.
There's a kickboxing tournament coming up. Grand prize is $100,000. I would have entered, but my knee's all messed up.
$100,000? That's enough to get me out of Uncle Neil's mess and start fresh.
You'd be the first girl to enter if you did.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yup. And if you decide to compete, you'd have me as a personal trainer. Champion title 3 years in a row here.
I didn't even think twice. This was my shot. Hey, sign me up.
All right. When do you want to start practicing?
Now? After training, we were all set to hit the gym Monday through Friday when Uncle Neil was at work and the boys were at school. But soon, I found out that Blake was also entering the tournament. And get this, he always came in second place. He was all hyped up about finally winning this year now that the current champ was out of the game. For the next 3 months, I was in full-on beast mode. I had gotten so good at sneaking out that they never suspected a thing. I trained so hard my muscles were sore.
Come on, Harmony. Give me 5 more.
Winning was my ticket to freedom, and I needed it desperately. And Blake would just have to settle for second place again this year. Finally, the big day arrived. The moment Uncle Neil, Blake, and Chase left for the tournament, Gage picked me up. As we drove to the tournament, my nerves were a mess. Gage must have noticed because when we reached the venue, he looked at me and grabbed my hand, and my heart went boop 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 boop, like really fast. Was he trying to help calm me down, or was he trying to make me more nervous?
Harmony, you've worked so hard for this. I believe in you, so let's go win this thing.
The energy in the tournament hall was electric as Gage and I walked in. The second Uncle Neil and Blake saw me, their faces went from pure shock to full-on fury.
What are you doing here?
Uncle Neil looked like he might explode. We weren't at home anymore. Uncle Neil wasn't going to control me. I came to win. I shot Blake a grin. Hope you're ready to take second place. Again. Blake's eyes shot daggers at me.
Now I'll have to compete with the girl, huh?
Blake stepped forward, but Gage stepped in front of me. It had been so long since anyone had stood up for me, and in that moment, seeing Gage go toe-to-toe with Blake was the most amazing feeling ever.
Hey, she's competing whether you like it or not.
Before things got too heated, Chase pushed Blake back.
Chill, Blake. Save it for the ring.
Gage looked at me concerned.
You okay?
I'm good. It's time to make history.
Couldn't agree more, dollface.
All that mattered was winning and proving them all wrong. 30 minutes later, I was facing my first opponent. I took them down easily, and with each round the competition got tougher, but I kept my eyes on the prize, freedom. The final round came and it was me against Blake. Was I nervous? No. Was I ready to take him down? Heck yeah!
Don't think I'm gonna take on you easy.
Be ready to lose. The bell rang and the fight began. It was insane. Blake came out swinging, no mercy. He took the first round easily, but I wasn't backing down. I fought harder and took the second and third rounds, showing everyone just how serious I was. We were tied, and the fourth round was brutal. Blake barely pulled ahead, but then in the final round, I hit harder, faster, and finally, I won! The crowd went absolutely wild as I held up my trophy. I ran straight over to Gage and jumped into his arms.
Harmony, you did it!
Then out of nowhere, Uncle Neil came charging at me like a bull. But then he stopped dead in his tracks when an older man in a suit stepped in front of me.
Mr. Collins, you've got 24 hours to pick up and leave Harmony's house, or I'm calling the cops to evict you.
I was stunned. My house? What house? Uncle Neil turned beet red and stormed off, muttering something about ruining everything under his breath. Gage hugged the man.
Dad, you made it.
He turned to me.
Harmony, this is my dad. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Harmony. I'm your family lawyer. Been looking for you for months.
I stared at him. My brain was like, rebooting? Looking for me? Why?
Your grandmother left your mom $30 million, and you are the legal heir of it now, after your parents.
Wait, what? I stared wide-eyed. So that was the reason Uncle Neil was acting all nice. And it all vanished as soon as my parents left, and he tried to steal my inheritance. Ugh.
Yes, and he purchased that house with your money, so it's practically yours.
Suddenly, my brain went into overdrive. Was this why Uncle Neil tried to keep me locked away, so I wouldn't find it all? Oh, that greedy jerk.
Let's finish this chat over a victory dinner, shall we?
And guys, let me tell you, that victory dinner was everything. Not only did I get to celebrate crushing that tournament, but I was finally free from Uncle Neil's grip. Plus, I was signing all these papers that put my inheritance back where it belonged, in my hands. Uncle Neil officially cut off from all my accounts. And I was finally free. When I got back to the mansion that night, the house was empty. I headed up to the attic and found a note from Chase. Congrats on the win, cuz. Seriously, I'm sorry for everything. I know we messed up, but I hope we can catch up soon. Honestly, it was bittersweet. Even after everything, part of me still cared about them. Crazy, right? I sold the house, told Gage and his dad goodbye, and moved back home to the place where my parents' memories lived, where I could feel close to them again. A few weeks later, I was going through some old pictures, feeling a little nostalgic, when I heard a knock at the door. I opened it, and there he was. Gage, what are you doing here? Even though I was shocked, I was happy to see him. Gage pulled me into the sweetest kiss. OMG, I could barely breathe. And for a second, the world felt like it didn't exist outside of us at that moment. When he pulled back, his eyes were sparkling.
You didn't think I'd let go of the most amazing girl I've ever met, do you?
Oh, that was it. My heart had officially melted. You think I'm amazing?
Yeah, and I'd really like you to be my girl.
Oh my gosh! I swear I couldn't hold back a grin if I tried. Of course I will.